Hey YouTube, it's Kimiko back again with another video. Alright you guys, I'm on a quick break, so I decided to go ahead and do a video. And if you read the title, you know that this video is about triangulation. And so if you guys don't know what triangulation is, this narcissist, they will try and triangulate you with people, places, or things. Being as though they don't have any type of empathy, and they, you know, they're always trying to get you to praise them, and, you know, always want to make you jealous over stupid stuff, or a person that they may not even have any dealings with, or bring somebody's name up that you know it's going to trigger you to say, like, well, why are you talking to that person, or where do you know this person from? Or even by doing something stupid like taking the batteries out of the remote, you know, and then you ask, do you have the batteries, or do you know what happened to the batteries of the remote? And then they're sitting up here telling you, no, I don't know, when knowing good and well they got the batteries in their pocket, or take one of your shoes and you looking around for it because you got to get to work. You know, stupid stuff like that. And I don't know why they do this, but we all know that their minds aren't working correctly like regular people, so go figure. But that's with things, with places, they'll triangulate you and make you think that they're one place and they're really someplace else. You know, just lies. It's a bunch of lies. As far as people are concerned, this guy that I was dealing with, this bum, I don't even know what to call him anymore, you know. He triangulated me with a few different women. One, case in point, before I started trucking, he told me about this girl on YouTube that was a trucker, and how she did all these different videos. And so this was before I had even decided to go trucking or even went on YouTube. And so what he did was, like, every time he turned around, he was talking about this person. And I was like, dang, you sure do admire her. And he said to me, I sure do. No, I said, you seem like you admire her or something. He said, I do admire her. She's this and that, and she's doing her thing and this and that. I actually met her a couple of times too at a truck stop. You know, now whether or not he actually met this girl, which he probably did, knowing him, the whoremonger and the hoe that he is. But then again, I don't know, because I reached out to her when I started my YouTube channel, and she was very helpful with me with my YouTube channel, and just getting me acclimated with what trucking had to offer and stuff like that. I would ask her questions, and I had actually asked her one time, because he would always talk about her, and he would always be watching her on YouTube, and it was almost like he was obsessed with her. Later I found out that he was obsessed with a whole bunch of different women that are on YouTube. And then when I decided to say that I was going to do a YouTube channel about trucking, when I first got into trucking, he went into a rage on me. He did not want me to do a YouTube channel. He was super jealous. He was screaming and hollering and telling me that if I did a YouTube channel, that he would never speak to me again, and that he didn't want no parts of it. Which, needless to say, later on, if you guys go over to my trucking channel, Kimiko, Pretty Girl Trucker, you will actually see him in some of the videos. Check out the Myrtle Beach video. Check out the video about my birthday, where he's singing happy birthday to me. Check out the video about having drinks on the sunset with the liar. I actually went back in and edited it and put the liar. His name is Lionel, but I call him Liar. How fitting. But anyway, I asked this young lady, did she even know him? And she was like, no, I don't know anybody by that name. And that is his true name, by the way. I do know that for sure. Needless to say, all those other lies and characters that he said that he was, all that was lies. But anyway, the triangulation. So he triangulated me with her because he try to make me think that that was someone that he knew personally when she had never even heard of him. He triangulated me with this one chick from Wisconsin when I finally found out the truth about everything that was going on with him. And if you guys know my story and you follow my videos, you can go back to one of the first videos and I talk about how I found out that he was not only married for 25 years, but he also had 5 or 6 other women that he was, including myself, that he was seeing, and they were saying I love you to each other and stuff like that. So go back and check that out. But anyway, I actually, which I'm going to do a video about the new supply in a minute as well, but I had actually talked to her on the phone, and he actually triangulated me with her. And let me tell you guys about how he did that. Wait, let me turn on this truck because it's kind of warm in here and I need to get the air on. But yeah, so what he did was, after he discarded me, after I found out everything that had happened, I hadn't talked to him for about 3 months. After all this stuff happened and we came back from Vegas and all, you know, after that day that he gave me insurance money to get the car that he purchased me, or actually to get the car registered, which was 2 days later, after the whole thing had blew over, he still gave me $500 to get the car registered. After that day, I didn't talk to him anymore. Needless to say, that was the same day that I talked to his wife. And we'll get into that too. But so yeah, talked to her. I hadn't talked to him in 3 months. And so, of course, at this point, I'm wondering, what the fuck, you know, my head is just spinning backwards like The Exorcist, trying to find out what happened. Where did all this come from? Why did he do this? I needed answers. So after contacting this one chick, mind you, my name is Kim, her name is Kim. And in his phone, when I found out about all these different women, he had me, and this is the kicker, and you know, with these narcissists, you think back about different things and you just like, wow, how could he? But what was weird is that he had me in his phone as California Kim. Ain't that a blip? And then, but he had her in his phone as Wisconsin Kim. So this chick is from Wisconsin. I contacted her, and we talked. Actually, she didn't contact me for maybe about a month. And then one day, all of a sudden, I got a text message and said, let's talk. I'm ready to talk. So she spilled the beans, told me everything about how she knew him, and you know, how long she had known him, and all these other things, and how, you know, anyway, to make a long story short, she had been seeing him for a while. She had been seeing him off and on for 6 years. And so she told me that, you know, I always know when he's doing something else because he doesn't call. So he has discarded her several times and hoovered her back. And she went back, whatever. She was an abused wife or whatever. I told you guys, these narcissists, that's what they look for. They look for women that are previously divorced or recently divorced or abused or whatever the case may be. This is what they look for, vulnerable women that they can take advantage of and manipulate. Apparently she likes it because she keeps going back, whatever. But do y'all know, after me telling her my story, she went back and talked to him and told him that she talked to me. And she told me, I told him that he's got to take care of you. I told him he needs to talk to you. He needs to give me closure. These are all the things that she told me that she said to him, which maybe she did, maybe she didn't. All I know is that eventually, a couple days later, she hit me up and I said, well, did you talk to him? And she said, well, I blocked him. I'm not going to talk to him ever again. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and work that out. She said, but I did tell him to give you a call. She goes, see? And she sent me a text message, a screenshot of her conversation with him, telling him to talk to me and that I deserved at least that. Why she sent me the whole screenshot with his phone number and everything on the screenshot. Now you tell me that wasn't intentional. So he used her to triangulate me. He triangulated us. Him here, me on this side and her on this side. And that's how I was able to talk to him the first time after he had discarded me, because then he knew that I would call, because she left the number there on top of the screenshot. Another, and I'm gonna make this short because my break is almost up, but another time, triangulation, what he did was, after talking to his wife, and me talking back to him and us trying to work things out, but what he would say is that, well, you know my situation. Well, now you know. He's like, I'm so sorry that I did this to you, and it wasn't my intention. He did admit, I never meant to fall in love with you, but I did, and that's why it lasted for 3 years, because I really truly loved you, which, you guys, I don't believe any of that. I don't know why he gave me so much money and did so much stuff for me. That was, well, of course, that was the love bomb, but I don't know, it just seemed to me like he would have discarded me way before 3 years. I don't know why he kept me around. I don't know. I just know that he would say to me after the fact, well, you know my situation, so are we going to be together or we're not? I got a whole child with her, and so, I have to communicate with her, and, you know my situation, you know that that's my home, where I live in Mississippi with her, West Point, Mississippi, and I'm still with Deborah, so what, are we going to be together, or are we not, or can we at least be friends? That right there was also triangulation, because he's trying to make me be in a whole fucking sister wife thing. Like, you're going to be with me, and I'm still with my wife, because we have a child together, and I'm just waiting for my daughter to get grown and gone. Well, she only has 1 more year, and then she'll be gone, and then me and you can go on, because I'm not really in love with my wife anymore. Or he still claims, that's my ex-wife. I'm not married. That's my ex-wife, is what he says. But that's crap. Why would you still be with your ex-wife? And why hasn't she gone on along with her business and her life if that's your ex-wife? Anyway, but those are ways that I was triangulated with women. Oh, and there's one more. There was a stripper broad from New Mexico. He had previously told me that he had an ex-girlfriend that was Hispanic and black, and she lived in New Mexico. Well, when I found out that he had 2 Facebook pages, I told you guys about that in a previous video, and one of them had like 290 something women on it from all different parts of the country and some out of the country. This one chick, her picture just kept coming up, and not only that, on the second page as well, that only had about 6 people from his job on there, but then this chick's name and profile kept coming up. So anyway, I found a way to get a hold of her too. I ain't no joke. And again, we're gonna talk about the new supply in another video. But so he told me this was his girlfriend. He told me they had never had sex before. He told me that no, he did tell me. He told me they did have sex. He told me that he gave her money. He would give her money for sex, and they would go out on dates and stuff like that. And he goes, yeah, I would give her money to get her nails done. I would give her a little money to put in her pocket. Well, I contacted her, and come to find out, she was like, yeah, I know him, but I haven't seen him in 6 years. I don't know if she was lying too, because this chick was only like 24 years old, young broad. And she was like, I met him when I was a stripper, and he used to come into the TA in New Mexico, where there was a strip club that was right next door. TA is a truck stop, Travel Centers of America. If you guys ain't never seen it before, now you know. If you see a big T and an A in red, white, and blue, that's actually a truck stop. And they have them all over the country. But yeah, so she said to me that I met him when I was a stripper, and then afterwards, and then he said, I said, well, he told me he would give you money for sex. And then she said something about, I'm not no hoe and this and that, I'm just a stripper. But we all know that having sex and giving dates in the back room goes hand in hand. Girl, you ain't nothing but a hoe, a young ass hoe, stripping on the pole. But anyway, so then she stood up and told me, well, but I don't see him anymore. Okay, why the very next day he calls me and said, why did you call that girl in New Mexico, in Albuquerque? And I'm thinking to myself, but you said you don't talk to her no more, and it's been such a long time, and she said she ain't talked to you in 6 years. How the fuck did she call you the very next day or that same day and talk to you? And he goes, she told me, why did you go and tell that girl that I used to give her money for sex? And I said, because that's what you told me. And then he was like, you know, you didn't have to call her. And I'm thinking, and I even said to her, I said, how did she contact you? You know, your number has changed since then. Oh, she contacted me on Facebook. And I'm like, oh, but I thought you erased that page. How did she contact you on Facebook? What he did was he blocked me from that page because, excuse me, he's still dealing with the chick in Wisconsin, even to this day. But I don't know. I ain't talked to him in, but it's been a few months now. So I don't know if he's still dealing with her, but he was before I completely went no contact with the chick in Wisconsin. He was dealing with her and however many more that was on Facebook. That was how he was meeting these women. And then he would get to their city if he wasn't meeting them at the truck stop or at the strip club or at Walmart or, excuse me, wherever else he was meeting them at. Oh, I had to get a sip of water. Oh, it's raining out here. It's been raining all day. Woo, Illinois, Ohio, Indiana. Oh, man, I got to get to this rain, you guys. I'm on my way back up to Wisconsin. That's another thing. It triggers me every time I have to go up to Wisconsin. And I've been going back and forth to Wisconsin for the last 2 months. I've been there now already about 4 times. But that triggers me because I know this chick is in Wisconsin. Well, anyway, so that was the thing about the chick on Facebook. Oh, another thing about the broad in Wisconsin, she was telling me that, oh, well, you know what? You're a black queen, and I would never, ever, ever, you know, come between you and him. And as a matter of fact, excuse me, you're a truck driver, so if ever you're in Wisconsin, you know, give me a call. I would love for us to go have a drink. I would love for us to go shopping together, whatever. We can sit down and have some food, chop it up, whatever. She's an older woman. I'm 50, so I think she said she was 55 or 56, something like that. She says she's a assistant principal of Waukegan. I'm spilling all the beans. I don't give a damn. Waukegan Middle School or whatever. In Waukegan, I think Waukegan is in Illinois, but she lives in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Yeah. Shout out to Kimberly George of Kenosha, Wisconsin. Well, anyway, yeah. Or Tonisha Danae Hood, the one from Albuquerque, New Mexico, the stripper bitch. Anyway, y'all, so yeah. So you know, I went to Wisconsin about 2 weeks after that, and I hit her up on the phone. And she was like, well, I don't think I want to meet up, you know. And it was funny because I was on the line with him, and I was like, guess who that was? Guess who I just talked to? And then he was like, well, why do you keep calling her and this and that? I told you I ain't talking to her no more. But it was all a lie. He was still talking to her, and he was glad. What he did was he told her, you better not go meet up with her. You know, next thing you know, she's telling me, oh, I don't want to go meet up. I don't want to meet up. But I'm thinking to myself, oh, I thought I was a black queen. I thought you know, wanted the opportunity because that's your MO. You want to make sure that you don't come between anybody else's relationship. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that's that triangulation, y'all. Don't fall for the triangulation. That was that, and that's that on that. And again, like I told you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do another video in regards to this new supply. Y'all wait for it. All right, so anyway, it is Kimiko, you guys, and thank you for tuning in to Undeniably Narcissistic. Thank you guys for the subscribers. Thank you for the comments. I also have another video about somebody who keeps commenting on my channel, and they're being very judgmental instead of being someone of encouragement. I don't think they've ever dealt with a narcissist before, because if they had, they would be a little more compassionate. But we're going to talk about that too, y'all. All right, so my break is over, and I got to get going, you guys. Let me go walk my little baby and come on back and get back in this rain. All right, y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notification and click all so that you're notified when I upload another video. And again, go on over to the other channel, Kimiko Pretty Girl Trucker, and check me out, you guys. Hey, day in the life of a female truck driver. I have not done a lot of videos on there. Since all this stuff has blown over, you'll see one video that says 1 year sucker free. That was pretty much the last video that I did, which made 1 year, August 24th, of not dealing with him. And I don't really do videos on that channel is because I know that he's subscribed to that channel. He doesn't know about this channel. And so, because of it, I don't do a lot of videos, because that's what these narcs do. They want to be on your social media, and they're all up in your business. They want to see what you're doing. They want to see how you're doing. So, you know, I know that he doesn't know about this channel. If he does, he does. If he don't, he don't. I do know that every time I leave a video on that other channel, I get one thumbs down. Who else could it be? All right, y'all. I'm out here.